You're listening to the K-League United podcast, proud partner of Football Nation Radio.
Welcome to another edition of The Weekend, this time with me, Peter Hampshire, looking into domestic and international Korean football this week. I'm joined later by Paul Neate and Ryan Walters, but first, your headlines from a hectic week on the peninsula and beyond are as follows. Ulsan Hyundai moved top of K-League 1. North Korea formally withdraw from the 2022 World Cup and 2023 Asian Cup. And Ji So-yeon fails to add to her impressive medal collection at Chelsea Women as they lose the Champions League final. Well, round 17 of K-League 1 did not disappoint, with two games in particular providing great entertainment for the neutral, if not for the home crowd in attendance. Ulsan and Pohang Steelers both netted 4 on the road as they beat Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors and Suwon FC respectively, and Ulsan's victory in Jeonju on Wednesday saw them climb to pole position in the table, 1 point ahead of champions Jeonbuk and 3 ahead of Suwon Samsung Blue Wings. Hong Myung-bo told the press after the game, "It feels like it's been 2 years since we beat Jeonbuk." Hong was particularly impressed by his midfielder's smooth passing and said, "I'm happy with the result and we're growing bit by bit." In the opposition camp, Kim Sang-shik, he said, "I don't remember the last time Jeonbuk lost consecutive games," and he also spoke of the need to talk it over in the dressing room, saying, "I think it's a crisis, but also an opportunity." To tell us about all the action in K-League 1 this upcoming weekend, here's Paul Neate.
Yes, thank you, Peter. In round 18 of the 2021 Hana 1Q K-League 1 campaign, Ulsan Hyundai take on Pohang Steelers for what is the second East Coast derby of the season. FC Seoul and Songnam FC return to action after a 4-round absence, and Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors and their German striker Stanislav Ilyichenko will be keen to return to winning ways when the Green Warriors take on Daegu FC this weekend. The match of the round, of course, is the East Coast derby, Ulsan Hyundai versus Pohang Steelers. Two of K-League's founding members meet this weekend for what will be the 169th K-League East Coast derby. Ulsan entertain their rivals Pohang at the Munsu Stadium, looking to keep their place at the top of the K-League 1 table. But Pohang have the edge in this fixture with 62 wins to Ulsan's 55 and 51 draws. Pohang also edge the goal-scoring record, but only just, with 203 goals scored compared to Ulsan's 202. In the last 10 meetings, there has been just 1 draw. Ulsan have 5 wins and Pohang have 4. There have been 30 goals scored, 16-14 in the Horangi's favour. Pohang make the short trip down the East Coast to the Munsu on the back of a dramatic win over Suwon FC last time out. Pohang were 3 goals to the good with a hat-trick from Im Sang-hyuk, but Suwon clawed their way back to 3-3. However, a Song Min-gyu winner almost immediately after Suwon's equaliser sealed the win and moved them up to 5th place in the table. Ulsan, meanwhile, took on Jeonbuk in one of the 3 Buddha's birthday clashes on Wednesday and emerged as 4-2 winners. This after finding themselves 2-1 down. The win moved the Horangi top of the table and extended their unbeaten run to 6. The team of the round is FC Seoul, who returned to action after a 4-round absence. Seoul take on Gangwon FC, a side which sit just 2 places above them in the table and with just a 2-point cushion. A win for Seoul would therefore be enough to move them up to 9th place in the table. Before the virus force break, Seoul were in the midst of a sticky patch of form, having drawn their last 2 and lost 6 beforehand. However, the time off is said to have helped FC Seoul's players recharge their batteries and get to work on some of the team's problem areas on the training ground. A fresh and rejuvenated FC Seoul meet Gangwon FC this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Korea Standard Time. Moving on to the player of the round, that is Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors striker Stanislav Ilyichenko, who has 9 goals from 15 appearances so far this term, which is enough for him to sit at the top of the K-League 1 goal-scoring charts. Ilyichenko also has the best shooting accuracy in K-League 1, with over 66% of all attempts finding their intended target. He also sits second in terms of shots made from open play. 4 of his goals have proved decisive and have been the difference in turning defeats into draws or wins. The former Pohang striker's goals have earned 5 points towards the Green Warriors' tally this season and has scored in wins over his former employers Pohang, as well as Suwon Blue Wings and Gangwon FC. But champions Jeonbuk are without a win in their last 5 matches and have slipped to 2nd place in the table, and so will be looking to Ilyichenko to fire them back to winning ways this Sunday. Jeonbuk take on Daegu FC this weekend, a side which is unbeaten in its last 7 matches with 6 wins and 1 draw. There are other matches this weekend, of course, starting on Friday night when Suwon FC take on Incheon United at a 7:30 p.m. kickoff. On Saturday, Jeju United take on Songnam FC at 2 p.m. And on Sunday, Gwangju FC take on Suwon Samsung Blue Wings. That's a 4:30 kickoff. Back to you, Peter.
Thank you, Paul. The Asian Football Confederation have confirmed North Korea's withdrawal from 2 upcoming competitions, and that has implications down in South Korea. Namely, the World Cup qualifications currently underway ahead of Qatar 2022 and the 2023 Asian Cup set to be hosted in China. South Korea are centralised venue host for the remaining fixtures in Group H for the World Cup qualifiers, which features table toppers Turkmenistan, South Korea, Lebanon, North Korea and Sri Lanka. As Paulo Bento's side were due to play their peninsular rivals with both countries tied on 8 points in Group H along with Lebanon, the AFC announced it will reveal plans for how to progress with the qualifiers in due course. Back to football on the domestic front, and the K-League 2 returns with just 6 points separating the top 7, led by Jeonnam Dragons, who hold a 2-point advantage on FC Anyang in second. Speaking of Jeonnam, here's Ryan Walters with what to look out for this weekend.
Thank you, Peter. The Hana 1Q K-League 2 returns this week with 5 huge games, all of which will have a bearing on an intriguingly poised race for promotion that sees 7 teams split by just 6 points. The match of the round is the league-leading Jeonnam Dragons hosting 6th place Busan I Park. 2 sides high on confidence gather in Gwangyang on Sunday, with Jeonnam looking to make a real statement to the rest of the league by defeating Ricardo Perez's Busan. It would be no mean feat as the Royals themselves enter the game off the back of a 4-0 victory over Daejeon Hana Citizen at the Gudok in round 11, and have also taken a rest last weekend as their match against Cheongnam Asan was postponed. Hwang Jun-ho's quick-fire double led them to a 3-0 advantage as they climbed to 6th, with An Byung-jun finding form of late and netting arguably the goal of the weekend. Host Jeonnam have conceded just 7 times this term, with experienced keeper Kim Da-sol still not conceding more than once in a game all season. A K-League champion in 2013 with Pohang Steelers, Kim is 3rd in the 2nd division for leaving his line per 90 minutes, demonstrating that boss Jun Kyung-jun prefers Jeonnam to be proactive in defense. At the other end of the pitch, new signing Jonathan Balotelli is getting into his stride with goals in consecutive games and could face his former side on Sunday, while Jeonnam legend Lee Jung-ho also got back among the goals last time out. The team of the round is Bucheon FC 1995. Bucheon traveled to Imin-sung's Daejeon on Monday night, with neither side having won in their last 5, and Bucheon failing to taste victory since round 2. Showing steady signs of improvement with consecutive draws at home to Gimcheon Sangmu and Seoul Eland, Bucheon scored their first league goal since March as Krislan Enrique netted his first for the club. Another danger man for the Reds could be Park Chung-jun, with the 24-year-old standing as the league's 4th top goal scorer on 3. At the opposite end of the pitch, Kim Jung-ho's performances have been commendable, ranking 1st for shots blocked and 4th for interceptions across the whole division. Bucheon may look to last season's corresponding fixture for inspiration as they took all 3 points thanks to Che Byung-chan's strike. The player of the round is FC Anyang's Kim Hyung-jin. Having won 5 straight games, FC Anyang have slipped into something of a sticky patch, losing twice in a row, but still sit 2nd of the table within striking distance of Jeonnam. Back on home turf before they travel to Suwon Samsung Blue Wings in the FA Cup midweek, Anyang boasts a forward line of Jonathan Moya and Mo Jae-hyun, with Shim Dong-un the creative force behind them. Defensively, though, is where Anyang have really seen improvement this season. Packed full of experienced players, Anyang backline features Nilsson Jr., Jun Jun-yeon, and Kim Hyung-jin. The latter is in top form this season, ranking 4th in the division for interceptions, 3rd for aerial duel success, and boasts an impressive long passing accuracy. The 27-year-old former Daejeon man is a K-League 2 stalwart, entering his 5th season at the club, and appears to be enjoying life under Lee Woo-hyung. K-League 2 Round 13 kicks off this Saturday with Ansan Greeners hosting Seoul Eland. The action continues on Sunday with Jeonnam Dragons hosting Busan I Park, FC Anyang hosting Gimcheon Sangmu, and Gyeongnam FC hosting the now resumed play for Cheongnam Asan. And it wraps up on Monday night with Daejeon Hana Citizen hosting Bucheon 1995. As always, match previews and analysis on KLeague.com and KLeagueUnited.com. Back to you, Peter.
Fans, we want to hear from you. You're encouraged to email KLU at info@kleagueunited.com or tweet at K-League United with any questions, comments or reactions. Or follow us on Facebook to ask directly during one of our live shows.
Thank you, Ryan. And we turn our attention to women's football now, where the Champions League final was contested between Chelsea and Barcelona. Chasing a historic quadruple after winning the English Women's Super League, the Blues lost 4-0 to Barcelona in the Champions League final, with all the goals coming in the first half, and our main interest, of course, Ji So-yeon being taken off in the 73rd minute. Ji's manager at Chelsea, Emma Hayes, remained upbeat, however, saying, "We are the second best team in Europe. I'll take that as a step in the right direction." At 30 years old, Ji remains a central figure in Hayes' setup, making 19 appearances in their title-winning WSL campaign, the most in her 8 years at the club. That's all for this week's episode of The Weekend. One piece of K-League United housekeeping for you, as K-League Survivor returns this weekend after a hiatus. 4 games of K-League action, of course, to look forward to with the Friday and Monday games. So if you are a Patreon member and you have lives remaining, please do get your predictions in. It sounds easy, but of course the lives are dwindling. I think we're down to our last few rounds now. And if you would like to join in next time, then please do become a Patreon member. All the information is on our social media channels. Lots of benefits there. Thank you for listening, and please do enjoy your weekend K-League.
스코어 2대0 김남준의 추락골. 지금 이진영 선수가 김남준!